Hello everyone, welcome to the 5-Minute Discovery channel. When Africa is mentioned, surely in the minds of many people, this is a poor continent, where people have to struggle with harsh nature and unstable life. If asked about countries in Africa, many people will probably immediately think of South Africa, the country that once hosted an impressive World Cup. However, in Africa there is a country that is not like what we often imagine. That is Mauritius, a paradise island, where people live slowly, leisurely, enjoying what nature has to offer without having to worry about the problems that are common in many other countries. This may be the first time many people have heard the name Mauritius. But don't worry, because after exploring with me, you will understand why this country is considered one of the richest countries in Africa, and completely different from the usual images. Please like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos.
Before learning about Mauritius, let's explore the special geographical location of this country. The first factor that makes it special: Mauritius is not located on the African continent but is a remote island country. Discussed in the southwest of the Indian Ocean. Looking at the map, this small island is likened to a chubby potato, located very far from the African mainland, even 900 kilometers from the nearest island nation of Madagascar. Despite its special location, Mauritius is still part of Africa in terms of political mix, being a member of the African Union. To get here, from Johannesburg, South Africa, it takes about 4 hours of flight. In addition, if you depart from Vietnam, you have to go through a rather long journey with many contexts through Kuala Lumpur or Singapore. The total flight and waiting time can increase to nearly 20 hours. Therefore, to visit Mauritius, most tours from Vietnam last at least a week, even more. So for Vietnam, Mauritius is somewhat similar to Phu Quoc Island, but its area is 3 times larger, reaching more than 2.000 square kilometers with a 150-kilometer coastline. The population of this island nation is about 1.2 million people, making Mauritius one of the most densely populated countries in the world. In the capital Port Louis alone, the population density has exceeded 3.000 people per square kilometer, higher than. Interestingly, in the 1960s, the birth rate in Mauritius was very high. On average, each woman gave birth to more than 6 children, creating a rapidly growing population. But thanks to official education books and effective family planning, within just 10 years, the birth rate dropped to more than 3 children, woman. This was an important step in helping Mauritius avoid a population explosion and maintain the truth.
Mauritius is not like Africa, and this can be identified by 3 notable differences. First, in terms of climate, while Africa is famous for its harsh sun and drought, Mauritius, an island paradise in the Indian Ocean, has a mild and pleasant climate. Temperatures here range from 20 to 28 degrees Celsius, with a dry winter lasting from May to November, and a rainy summer from November to May of the following year. This is an ideal climate with warm sunny days and cool nights. Completely different from the climate. The second point is cultural diversity and population. Although Mauritius is close to Africa, the population of this island nation is mainly of Indian and Pakistani origin, who migrated here centuries ago to work as laborers on sugar plantations. The remaining 25% of the population is Creole, of mixed French and African descent, with a small Chinese community. This mix creates a multicultural picture very different from the Africa you are used to seeing. The most distinctive, and perhaps most emblematic, feature is its economic uniqueness. Mauritius is considered one of the wealthiest countries in Africa, with a per capita personal wealth of $30, 3 times that of South Africa, the second-ranked country. Thanks to its stable and strong economic foundation, Mauritius not only has a high per capita income, over $22, but also a strong financial system with a much higher total personal wealth than other countries in the region. This is a clear testament to the prosperity of this island nation, where the pace of development and wealth continues to expand, highlighting the difference from other countries. With these factors, Mauritius is not only an ideal tourist destination but also a symbol of prosperity and diversity. Mauritius is currently experiencing a millionaire boom, with more than 4.400 people owning at least $1 million in their bank accounts. This number has almost doubled in the past and is forecast to increase to nearly 8.000 by 2030. This success is no accident, but the result of a smart economic development strategy, thanks in part to the country's attraction to its millions of settlers. Mauritius' open and investment-friendly policies have placed it number 1 in Africa and 13th in the world for ease of doing business. Even the World Bank has recognized Mauritius as a high-income country since 2020. A key factor in this success is its low tax policy. Mauritius has no tax plan, making it an ideal destination for millionaire retirees looking to enjoy life at home. As a result, Mauritius has become a haven for the wealthy, where they can protect their assets and enjoy financial benefits that few countries can offer. In addition, Mauritius also stands out for its absolute safety. This country is considered the #1 safest country in Africa, on par with famous countries such as Namibia and Botswana. In 2017, Mauritius was recorded as one of 4 countries in the world that has not been at war, has never been at war, and currently has no accepted disputes with neighboring countries. This explains why Mauritius does not need a regular army. Because of stability, economically, Mauritius has transformed dramatically from an ordinary agricultural country, like many other African countries during the colonial period, into a diversified and strongly developed economy. Since gaining independence in 1968, the country has developed rapidly, not only relying on agriculture, especially sugarcane and textiles, but also strongly on industry and services. To date, agriculture accounts for only 4% of GDP, while industry and services account for 74.2%. With its majestic natural beauty, Mauritius has become an ideal tourist destination. Tourists are constantly amazed by the beautiful beaches, making anyone say that Mauritius is a paradise that we have only heard about in books. About this, the famous American writer Mark Twain wrote in his travel diary, "Mauritius is where paradise begins." And what we see afterwards is a copy of that paradise. This quote has accurately depicted the charming motif that Mauritius brings, where the sea is blue, the sand is white and the resorts are luxurious.
Mauritius, the paradise island of the Indian Ocean, owns 150 kilometers of beautiful coastline. The sea here is not only clear blue but also protected by a 102-kilometer-long coral belt surrounding the island. It is the favor of nature that has brought Mauritius peaceful beaches, even when offshore is rough and stormy. In 2011, Mauritius Truro Beaches Beach was honored to be voted the most beautiful beach in the world. And it is not surprising that this island nation is often named an ideal honeymoon destination. Coming to Mauritius, visitors have countless interesting experiences, diving to see coral, relaxing on white sand beaches or enjoying high-class services at luxury resorts. A particularly attractive feature is the unique underwater waterfall symbol. Seen from above, the sand flow creates a virtual object, a scene like a waterfall to flow down to the ocean. Although there is no real waterfall, this magical beauty still makes anyone who is at the threshold stage captivated. Mauritius is also a resort paradise with more than 150 world-class resorts, each area up to several hectares wide. Here, all the most demanding requests of guests are met, bringing unforgettable vacations. In 2019, before the pandemic, the island nation welcomed more than 1.3 million tourists, a number even larger than the population of the country. Surprisingly, up to 45% of tourists return here again, proving the irresistible attraction of Mauritius. Not only the sea, Mauritius is also an ideal place for those who love nature and exploration. This island nation is home to the legendary dodo bird, the symbol on the Mauritius coat of arms. Although this bird is extinct, its mark is still present in the culture and history here. If you love hiking and exploring, Black River Gorges National Park is a must-visit destination. With its vast area, rich ecosystem and 60 kilometers of trails, this is the ideal place to admire the natural scenery. Mauritius is truly a picture-perfect place, where every experience is like a slice of paradise. From the beautiful beaches, luxurious resort services, to unique flora and fauna, all combined to please any traveler.
One of the special destinations in Mauritius that cannot be missed is the Le Morne Brabant Peninsula. Located in the southwest of the island nation, Le Morne Brabant, with its majestic rocky mountain 556 meters above sea level, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This land is associated with the history of slavery, and was once a refuge for refugee slaves. Today, visitors can explore the mysterious caves and cliffs of this mountain, witnessing a turbulent historical period. And it is impossible not to mention the lives of the Mauritian people. Although their income is not super rich, life here is well off and peaceful, suitable for a slow and simple pace of life. Mauritians are not in a hurry. They live gently, enjoying what nature has to offer. Also, due to the strong influence of France and England, people here still maintain the habit of enjoying afternoon tea in the English style, or having dinner with French bread, a unique cultural feature. Life in Mauritius is not only about harmony with nature but also about the intersection of many cultures. From the influence of India, Africa to Europe, each culture contributes to creating a diverse and creative Mauritius. This is also a place where education and healthcare are focused on, with about 5% of GDP spent on education development, helping the majority of the population to be able to read and write. French and English are widely used, creating a multilingual community. Mauritius also pays special attention to providing clean water for its people. Thanks to its abundant natural resources, this country has solved the problem of fresh water very effectively, bringing a stable life to its people without having to worry about water shortages. Mauritius is a true paradise, not only home to beautiful beaches but also a symbol of prosperity and peace. Dubbed the Paradise of Africa, this is an ideal destination to experience a place different from what you imagine about Africa. From the ideal climate to the natural beauty, from the unique cultural combination to a developed society, Mauritius will definitely make anyone who comes here want to come back. Hope you have had interesting experiences about Mauritius, a beautiful island full of surprises. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss other interesting videos. See you in the next videos.